Okay, so what is ACL or a security? Okay, so what is this security? Is a one of the feature of NTFS file system. Okay, so what is this? So it will give you a file or a folder access permissions. What is this access permission means? Read permissions, write permissions. Okay, read and write, mainly read, write, execute. Execute permissions are there. Of course, full control is there. Full control means anything you can do it, like delete permissions and everything will come up. So in generally, but so the main permission set is like read and write permissions. Next one is so yellow or deny. Yellow or a deny permissions. It means either read yellow or deny. Either write is yellow write or a deny. Execute permissions like that also it is there, but main important I want to show you these things. Okay, so execute is definitely like execute also by default allow delay is so there is a headings like allow, you have to check mark, do you want to allow a other user can able to read your file, other user can write your file like that. Okay, so few things you have to understand in a security. Okay, read, write, execute, yellow and deny also there. Next, guys, listen carefully. I have a user 1, I have a user 2, I have a group 1. Okay, so group name is group 1, users are 2 users or maybe 3 users. Okay, okay. um, I given a read permissions and write to the user 1. Okay, sorry, uh, I given read permission to user 2. I didn't given any permission to user 3. Specifically, I didn't specify any permission. Group given read permission. I given read permission. Only yellow wise only understand. Don't go with the deny permission. First understand yellow wise only. Okay. See here it is. Group. In the group, all 3 users are there. Who are the group members? User 1, user 2, user 3 are the group members. So user 1 I have, user 2, user 3, group 1. Group 1 members are user 1, user 2, user 3. Okay, 3 users are there in a group 1. Understand? Okay. Next, so group 1 I given a read permission and specify user 1 read and write permission, user 2 read permission, user 3 I didn't specify any permissions. Okay, I didn't give any user 3 kind of stuff. I specified user 1 can able to read and write. I specified user 2 can read. Group 1 can able to read it. I didn't specify anything for user 3. Here is the question. Who are the group members? All 3 users, right? This is a user 1 permission, read and write. Read. What is the, for example, user 3 login want to access the file, which permission he will get it? I didn't specify any permission to user 3 specifically. Okay, so user 3 login, what permissions user 3 will get it automatically?
Read permission.
Only
Read.
read he will get it, only read. Okay, how? Because of he is a member of the group. The member of the group, because a member of the group has read permission, automatically user 3 will get read permission. So you need to specify it. Exactly say you need to specify for user 1, user 2 and user 3 also. User 2 and user 3 also. Why? Because of both are in a, both are getting a read permission from group 1. But user 1 is getting read and write permission. I specifically told you, yellow Yellow, read and write. Yellow, read and write. I specifically told yellow. So I specified only yellow. Here, I didn't specify anything in deny. I given read and write yellow and read for group. Now this user one get read permissions and as well as a write permission because it is in both are in yellow only. Understand? This one. Next. Deny. Next level is deny level. Deny level. Okay. In a deny level, what are the permission you are given at a deny level? Always it overrides yellow permission. Yeah, like you are yellow in one side, you're denied another side. Deny will apply first. Yellow will see later. Okay. Deny is always override the existing permissions. Understand? Okay. I applied deny right to the user 2. Deny right to the user 2. So what happens? User 1 is get read and write permissions. User 3 get by default automatically so read permission. So automatically it is getting. That's why I given hyphen just for understanding only. Because of group 1 is read permission. Because of group 1 read permission, user 3 is getting read permission, user 2 getting read permissions, user 1 getting read permission. But also I specified specifically write permission. So obviously I will get a write here. But important is I given a group permission read, user 3, user 2, user 1 is getting read permissions. Okay. So I think you got it. Next, I given deny read permission to user 2. For example, given specifically I specified user to read permission. You are allowing here and also you are denying here. You are allowing here and also you are denying specifically. So user 3 will get read permission. User 2 don't get read permission automatically. Read won't work here. Understand? Automatically because deny overrides the what are the permission you are getting. Deny overrides. It means write deny means no write permissions. No write permissions. This is it. So okay. I put a group one write permission. Okay. Now again we'll first of all we'll understand yellow then only we'll go to deny thing. So I put a group one read hello write deny. Group one read hello write deny. Okay. So read permission automatically user 1 sorry user 3 user 2 user 1 is getting read permissions automatically because of group 1 is there and of course for user 1 is getting read and write because I specifically written I specifically mention user 1 will get read and write and all other users will get read from group 1 and also group 1 users group 1 the members get write to deny. So what happened automatically write to deny. Okay, so what I will do, so I will use a plus mark for this one, like they will get a write read permission and also they'll get a write to deny minus write minus w automatically. So user 3 cannot write. It can read but it cannot write. Compulsory write. Compulsory. Earlier it is a one way or other way is there, but now it is I specified write deny means group 1 cannot can read the file can but not write the file means member of the group people cannot write. So I'm going from user 3 User 3 can read file but cannot write inside. User 2 can read file but cannot write. And user 1 can read file, right? User 1 can read file. Is user 1 can write file? I specified read and write allow. I specified user 1, add a user 1, read and write allow, group 1, read, deny write for group 1. Now the thing is, user 1 can read file. Yes, he can able to read it, of course. Can user 1 can able to write into the file? Of course, it is write is allowed, but he is a member of group 1. Understand? Write is allowed individually, but group membership, write is denied. Write is denied. So because of that one, because of right is denied, okay. So because of right is denied, he cannot write because deny always override yellow permissions. So one way or other way, if a user got a write permissions, but if you mention deny write, okay, so always deny will apply. So he cannot able to write into the file. So understand this. Multiple things are there. Okay, I'll go to another scenario. One more last scenario.
Sir, recording.
That is regarding. That is regarding. Oh, why am I my screen showing? Okay. So one more scenario. Yeah, it is confusion compulsory. Again. So here I given group read and write permissions. Group can able to group members can able to do read and write permission. Means all the group members one way or other way they will get a read and write permissions. So user 3 is also getting read and write permissions automatically because of group. Whether you mentioned user 2 there or not, but because of it's a member of the group, they get read and write permissions. But in user 1, I specifically I put a user 1 cannot can read the file but deny write. Now, which permission will apply on this one? Which permissions will apply on user 1? So, group wise is getting read and write permission. Group wise is getting yellow read and write permissions, but individually is getting write deny permission. So, obviously, you won't get write. So, you obviously you won't get write because of this one. Okay. So that is the more secure will apply. Deny always overrides yellow permission. Deny always overrides yellow permission means so once you specified one way or other way. So in a deny means deny always applied first. Okay. So if you don't specify a yellow or deny, automatically it apply. For example, I didn't given a deny. I given group 1 read and write permissions and I specified user 1 read permission only. I didn't specify any write permission here. For user 1 I specified read permission only. I didn't specify any write, but automatically you will get write permission from the group. From the group. So this is how it is works with a permission set. We'll test that one also. And certain default wise permissions also will come up. Okay. Default permissions also will get it, that is called inheritance permissions. I will show you that one. Inheritance, there's a big spelling. Inheritant. So I'm going to student 1, I'm logging to student 1. So I log into student 1. I will create a file in a some drive. Okay, so I will create a specific file and will give a security permission to other user. Okay. So I can't give on my desktop because my student one desktop, student two cannot access. So you have to give common places only, either C drive or a D drive or E drive you can give. I'm going to E drive. This is contains so much of data. This entire data is storing into my physical memory. Okay. So that is also I will show you this. See, 2 GB, almost 2 GB data I created, right? Do you remember? Morning I showed, just before I showed that one, some 11 point something is there earlier, right? 11.4 it is showing. Now it is showing almost 13. It means the data you store in your virtual machine. So when you increase the storage, automatically it increase the size of this file also. See it is now it is become 12.3, 12.4 it is showing. It is showing Zen Center. Don't worry about that one because I installed. I think I installed Zen Center related one. That's why it is showing. So I'm deleting all these big files. Almost all these files are high size. So this is zero only, no problem. But I will delete it. Okay, from this one it is all are big files. So, okay, no problem. I'll be deleted. So I deleted, but it is there in a recycler bin. So delete from recycler bin also. Permanently delete if you delete anything. Oh, you deleted from there also, no problem. Okay, always clean up your recycler bin as much as you possible. Guys, this is E drive. Now I'm going to create a new file here. Okay, this is a file is SF1. Okay, so here you didn't see the extension, right? So how to see the extension? Go to view, go to view, select this option, file name extension, just this one. You can see what file .ext. Okay, now I'm going to edit this one. So edit with the notepad only. So I'm writing, so this is file, this is sf1 file by student one. I saved it and I close it. Of course, some people will give read permissions like this. Go to the properties. You can give read permissions from it also. In a command line also you can give read permissions. But I'm not giving permissions like that. Okay, I'm giving security permissions. It means specific permissions. Go to properties, security. Can you see this is these are by default you will get it because of inheritance. If you go to advanced, you can see the inheritance option. Inheritance. Automatically, what are the permissions on E drive? Inherited from E drive to the files and directories will get these permissions from E drive only. So what you have to do? You have to disable inheritance, then remove all these permissions and make it as a explicit permissions. Explicit permission means you can give your own permissions on it, but sometimes it is okay, not okay sometimes. So better I'm not choosing anything. See, if you see users, all users can able to read and execute. Users means all users. Authenticated users can modify. Who are authenticated, who can able to log into PC? There are authenticated users only. Administrators, who are in the member of administrators group, there are admins. Okay, like that. Auditing, who is accessing my files? You can see from logs. Windows logs I showed, so you can put auditing on it. Otherwise, no. Okay. Owner, who created the file, that person become owner of that file or a data or a document or a folder. Okay, owner. If you want to change the owner also you can able to change it, but not changing anything. I'm not doing anything here, just I'm canceling because I want to go simple. So yellow, deny, these are all permission set. Now what I want to do is I'm going to edit. I'm going to edit and add. You can type your name means second username, or you can click on advanced find now and select the username. I typed here because I practice a lot. Practice a lot means typing a username. Okay, I know the username. I type a username. I click on check names now. So check names. You got full name, your computer name and username. Click OK. Now this is the account. So can you see student 2? What are these permissions? One way or other way, this user is also getting default permission. Read and execute and read permissions. I'm getting specifically. Okay, if I give write permission to it or not, if I give write permission to it or not, it will get write permission because of from other users. See, authenticated users, authenticated group users, like that. So one way or other way I will get permission. So what I want to do is I will put a write deny. If I want otherwise I will do deny or full deny. So I can't able to do anything. Okay, so I can't touch it, I can't read it, I can't able to write inside, like that you can do it. You can give full control, or maybe you can deny modification. Sorry, read, modify. Oh, modify is taking these permissions away. So what I want to do is I want to give read permissions and write permissions. Read and execute, if you want to give you can give, otherwise leave it. Read allow, write deny. Okay, read allow, write deny. Apply, okay, 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 and go to second user. You can verify it. So I'm canceling it. Why I cancelled? Because I want to show once again. This is the file I created. Right click, go to the properties, go to the properties. Okay, and then go to security, edit, then add. I'm typing student 2 because that is my second user. Check names, check names. Okay, click on student 2, click on student 2, and I select read, allow, write, deny. Read, allow, write, deny, or read and execute, allow, write, deny also. Okay, I will see what will happen with read and execute. I will put it. So read and execute and deny. Execute means open, opening the file. Okay, like this. Then apply. Okay, guys, are you sure? Can I repeat? If you want me to repeat again, I will repeat. No problem. Are you okay?
Please
Understand?
repeat it one time.
Okay. Very simple. I have a file. Okay, file is there. Then right click on that file. Go to properties. Click and right click. Okay. Go to properties. So you can see the file name. So what file name I open? That is the file name. If it is showing C drive, D drive, means you open wrongly. Security, edit, add. In 1 second. Edit, add. You can type student 2 or you can go to advanced. Find now. Oh, so many users came now. Student 2, student 2. Okay. Because it's a user group built in is there, no? That's why it's showing so many people. Student 2. Okay. Click on student 2. Select write to deny. Select write to deny. That's it. Otherwise you can do all deny also. Full control deny also you can do it. No problem. Okay. Currently my point is read allow write deny only. You can do differently also, no problem. You can test multiple times. Apply. Now it is asking something. Okay. So student to make sure that this is read allow write deny. Okay. Select student to. So you can see here it is these options. Understand permissions. If you understand permissions, lot of regular regular troubleshooting also we can do it. Okay. Applied permissions. Okay. So for student 2 it is write deny. I am going to student 2 now, so sign out. You can switch the user, that is also okay sometimes, but settings, right? So that's why better not to switch, better to log in log out. Student 2. Now I want to read the file, then I want to type something in the file. Hmm. Now in my virtual machine I am going to that file location where it is E drive. So I am going to E drive directly. Okay, this is the file. This is the file. Okay, I am double click open. So I can see the file. See, I can able to read the file. I can able to read the file. Now I want to add a new line. Add new line. Okay, by student 2. So added a line. Now I'm going to save it. Right? Saving. Instead of saving directly, it is showing save as. It's okay. Save. Click on save with the same file name. File already exists. Do you want to replace? Yes. So what it is showing? Read it. You do not have permission to open this file. See the owner of the file or administrator to obtain permission. To obtain permission. So you don't have a right. Okay. So what to do now? Either you have to close it, means it won't save. Otherwise try again. Same name. Save it is not working now. So I'm going to save as. I put a some extra different name. I want to save it. Save. It is saved with a different name. Okay, exit. So can you see this actual file we can't able to write it, but it is showing like it can do save as here. But last time when I use earlier days, like it won't go to save as also. You can't save as also, but it is going to save as now, but actually should not show like that. So this is like read allow write deny means this is the actual file. I can read the file content, but I cannot edit anything, and I can't save it into that place. Okay, that is a read allow, write deny. Of course, there is a different permission set is also there. Like I am going to student one. Of course, student two also can create a file, and also you can apply permissions generally on a student one also. Okay, reverse also we can do it. Like we are create a file and give a permission to student 2, then student 2, from student 2 you are verifying, but you can create file in a student 2, give access permission to student 1, but student 1 is an administrator. He can override the permissions also. He can override the permission also. That's why we don't do that practical like that reverse side. For example, same file, so same thing, content is there, exit. You want to protect it more, go to student to edit, full deny, full deny. Try anything. Student to, okay, sorry, I done mistake. Sorry. Student to edit, but select student to, check the student to only. You have to select full deny, or deny all these things also, like a read deny, write deny also you can do it. Like read deny, write deny also you can do it, or you can do full deny. So full deny, fully secured. See, student to all are check mark. Okay, go to student to. Okay, so this is the file, right? So you got automatically these things, untitled notepad only. Okay, so open a notepad application, that's it. So you can't able to read it, can't able to read it or edit it. You do not have permission to open this file. See the owner of the file or administrator to obtain the permissions. So this is it. Can we change the permissions? Properties,
Yeah.
securities. You must have a read permission to view the properties of this. At least read permissions are required. Click advanced to continue. Advanced. Now still here not showing anything. Unable to display current owner. Even you don't know who is the owner. If you want to change it, again we need a administrator password, student one password. Okay, so if you continue also, like you can't change the uh, permissions and access is not there because you are not a administrator. If you are administrator, then maybe you can try. Okay, if you are administrator, automatically you will get that permission. So this is NTFS permissions. Sign on. This is it.